Good morning, Covidius Albions. It's a reasonably late morning. No particular expeditions planned for today. But I want to start off with something that relates to fudging the figures. As we know, it's something that the Tories always do. How do you get the test figures up? Easy. As I've said before, nasal swab, throat swab, 2 tests. Okay? Even the Office of National Statistics has had a little word with the government and said that this is not clear. Yeah? But you need the test figures up, don't you? So I'm just going to quote you a little bit from Guess Who's Back, the book I'm reading about Hitler, the parody, when he's talking about with his secretary, who's like, what's his secretary like? She's a German goth. She's absolutely brilliantly described, and he's just had rather a sort of almost heartbreaking discussion with her about why she can't look more like a typical German maiden with a flowered dress and blonde hair, and a bit like in The Sound of Music, but she's just fallen out with her current boyfriend and has been dabbing her goth makeup as tears are rolling down her cheeks. So perhaps a little bit in order to reassure her, all about appearances, he talks about when he first founded the Nazi Party. Remember, this is a satire, and it's brilliantly written. It's about, just to remind you again, Hitler waking up in 21st century Berlin, and somehow, now that he's made it onto YouTube, he and his ideas are getting really popular again. But he comes to this thing about the party. He says, talking about the party, what was that? A youthful indiscretion, perhaps? Once again, Madame Bellini made an awkward attempt to undermine my unimpeachable convictions. What are you saying? Think about it. In 1919, I was 30. I even helped come up with the ruse. We invented the first 500 brackets party members to make numbers look better. It's a stunt. I'm awfully proud of it. Let me assure you, the worst that this newspaper will be able to print about me is that Hitler falsified his membership number. I think I can live with that. There was another pause on the other end of the line. Then Madame Bellini, who was speaking to him actually on the phone, says, "Of course. What else do you think? You can join a party once. You can only join a party once unless you leave it. And I certainly never left mine." There you go. Beautiful bit. Read the book if you can, please, because it is absolutely brilliant. Yep, absolutely brilliant book. But please read it if you can. Yep. That is all about fiddling the statistics. Numbers started at 500. Don't the Tories do well fudging the figures? Yeah, don't they? Yeah. The straight out of Donald Trump's playbook. Looking at which, obviously thinking about George Floyd. Yeah. The photo opportunity with the leading the white people. Yeah, this one I want to talk about a little bit today. The photo opportunity leading the white people. There he is. His Bible in hand. Yeah, his Bible in hand. Wrapped in the American flag, as we knew fascism would come to America, but probably carrying a cross rather than the Bible. Surrounded by riot police, and crawling over bodies is this overweight blimp of a man with orange hair to make a point outside this church. It's an Episcopal church, and the Episcopalians in America are kind of like a rather more liberal version of the Anglicans or the Church of England here. Yeah, and there's something I'm sure you've seen many many times. Yeah, I love what that says. He tear-gassed Americans to get a photo in front of a church he doesn't go to, holding a book he never reads. Absolutely terrible, yeah? But at least people are starting to wake up now, yeah? Wonder when the penny will finally drop in Great Britain, yeah? Just on that Trump thing again, yeah? The woman who was the vicar at that church, it should be remembered that the people who on the church, the street on which that church exists, the people who were tear gassed to clear them out of the way, were just there providing help to protesters. They had first aid supplies. There are pictures of them pouring milk over the face of tear-gassed children. Yeah, they were trying to help, and they would have left behind their first aid supplies as they were physically driven back by the President of America so that he could get a photo opportunity on the steps of a church holding a Bible. Yeah? Now, for crying out loud, there is no way I believe in a God that apparently Trump happens to believe in. Using this imagery to make your own political racist point is absolutely disgusting. And I've heard American pastors standing with and for and alongside the black people of America. Black Lives Matter. Now, as it's all about images and ratings, number 10 say coronavirus press conference to end because of low TV ratings. Somebody put, Dr. Mike Goldsworthy put, it's not a game show about popularity. It's a chance for data updates and scrutiny. The problem, that's probably why they're pulling it, to avoid scrutiny and showing awkward data. Yeah, awkward data on like tests not conducted. That's why they want to pull it at weekends. Test and Trace says this man won't be fully operational for a period of time. That's always a good way to put it, isn't it? Yeah? If you don't really know, just say a period of time. It's all been so crucial to going back, but it's not fully operational, and even the results it's giving can't be trusted. Yeah? There's the man again, just don't forget him with his little daughter. There's George Floyd and his daughter. A man murdered, suffocated to death by the American police force. Suffocated to death. Many before him, and it will carry on, but now people are fighting back. I don't really want to go on too long today. There isn't much I can say. I'm still grateful that people are not sending their children back to school. I'm still grateful that people are trying to observe the lockdown. We know, in fact, we have physicians in hospitals now saying that after the old VE Day celebrations and the street parties, they're now seeing the expected rise in COVID admissions. They'd expected it, they're seeing it. Yeah. So after all of our non-socially distanced beach going, after all the just saying, well, I've got my Cummings excuse ready. It's my Cummings excuse. Yep. Lockdown was intended to fall apart. It was why it was introduced in the way that it was introduced. Whether it was directly purposeful that Cummings did his bit of goings, we don't know. But whatever, why waste a good opportunity to persuade people that lockdown could just fall apart? Doesn't matter anymore. Really doesn't matter. Deaths in care homes, again, still not being accurately counted or reported. Anybody who trusts their government on a matter that could be crucial to whether they live or die, particularly if they are somebody in an immune-compromised group, disabled or a sick group, an elderly group, somebody even who just, simply can't afford to take it on the chin, yeah? If you trust your government, you're mad. They lie constantly. They lie about everything. Again, I've said this earlier on other posts, we live in an elitist, fascist state, controlled by an economic cabal and ruled by our own little dictator, the blonde mop Eton boy, our dictator, racist, and someone who's also wildly Islamophobic, anti-gay, the person who talks about pickaninnies, yeah, with watermelon smiles. Remember that as we remember what happened to George Floyd. Remember the Prime Minister and pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. Remember that photograph I showed you of with George and the little girl next to him in the car. Remember pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. That is the man who is trying to run our country. He couldn't care less. He rules as a dictator. Your human rights are gradually disappearing. Once we're fully out of the EU, you will be lucky if you have any human rights at all. Yeah, they're just going to go. Be afraid, but stay safe, stay in control, retain the power that you have over your own life. Don't let anyone take your power away over the life you have. Retain it and protect others as well. Act to protect and serve others. Act in love. Act like you care. Care. Actually, genuinely care. In this world at the moment, care. Say hi, say hello, do something, care. Matter beyond yourself. Matter to somebody else. Matter to other groups of people. Protect, care, nourish, build up. Don't pull down. Take care, and God bless you all. Bye.